I've spent more on cars than I spent on building this. Okay? And right now they're offering me hundreds of thousands of dollars for it. I mean, close to the millions. Like, we're very close to hitting the million mark. If I hold out for maybe another couple of years, I'll be, like, well into the millions. They're going to have to buy this out because I am literally driving the prices of everything they built around me down. I'm the only thing holding them back.
Yeah,
right?
It's almost like Ric Flair in the 1970s telling Tony Schiavone, my shoes cost more than your house.
Right? But I almost think that I make more money by keeping it because the media attention and everything. No publicity is bad publicity. So the publicity we're getting of them fighting me and me fighting them has got to be doing them just as much good as me not.
Hey, I have a question. I'm interrupting for a second, but as you guys are talking, just because we don't have video, I've been scrolling on Facebook just to kind of keep like a different activity for people's eyes, but. Did anybody check out the anonymous Operation 5th of November Op 5th that I posted in
no,
Facebook?
I don't have my internet.
Do you mind if I play it? Can I play it?
Absolutely, play it.
All right. I mean, just listen to it, but I'm filming it as I'm playing it. Okay.
Well, I might talk in between it, but do it.
Yeah.
Greetings, citizens of the world. We are anonymous. We are ready for the 5th of November. Are you? In Operation 5th, we would like to remind our brothers and sisters, activists and activists, with a few guidelines that can be helpful on the 5th. First of all, make a list on paper with what you need, and what you should take with you, and keep with you a pen, and some paper. Wear clothes that are practical, not just because they look nice. Wear a comfortable shoes. Tell a friend or a family member where you are going, just in case something happens. If you will go with friends, make sure to stay near them. Do not walk back home all by yourself. Walk in groups as much as possible. If you have a medical condition, make sure to keep with you your pills or inhaler. Keep a small first aid kit with you and some aspirin. Buy or make a dust mask with some piece of fabric, and soak it in cold powder and water. Let it dry a day before, and keep it in a plastic bag with you that you can use as an air filter, and a scuba mask, or glasses. Both filter and scuba mask will be handy in case the police decided to use tear gas. Keep some power bars or chocolates with you. Make sure you have more than enough water, juice or power drinks. Make sure when you pack to remember the right place for everything for easy access. Make sure you tape and take photos as much as you can. Make sure your phone or cam is fully charged, and if you can get an extra battery, or a portable power source, to charge in case needed. Make sure to have extra SD cards, and switch cards and keep it someplace safe. When you feel that you taped or took photos of something important, make sure that your phone or whatever you are using GPS is turned off, so you won't make it easier to trace you if you went online. And if you will go online, try to
remove your
upload
battery
whatever
and break your
take
phone before you do this. Don't even take it with you. What
or
the hell?
send to a friend you trust. When you communicate online, use secure applications, and use internet slash as much as you can. If you have or can get an extra mini camera, keep it with you. Do not send updates or send photos or videos that you take to someone you don't know and trust. Do not shout loud or speak loud about critical information or internet nicknames. If needed, use fake names, because eyes and ears will be on you also. When you meet someone new there, use your best judgment before giving private information about yourself or your friends. Ask your friends from time to time if they need something to drink or eat. When you see someone that needs help, tell your friends to make a circle around him or her, and offer whatever help you can. And add to this list what you think is appropriate. And always keep in mind and remember, We are all brothers and sisters, and we will be there for the same reasons. So treat others like you would like to be treated. Please share this video message with all your friends, and on social media websites, blogs and groups. And now, one thing left to be said. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. World, expect us.
Okay, I mean,
That's awesome.
awesome.
Hey, Terry,
What?
Terry, can you put that on my Facebook wall for me?
Absolutely. On your Facebook wall, sure.
Yeah, because I don't have internet right now, so I would be appreciated if you place that there for me tonight.
Okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. You know, here's what's weird about it. Somebody put it on my timeline today, and that's why I saw it. And then when I saw it, I go, "What the fuck is going on?"
I want to add to it because I think it was the right idea. I think this was the first time I've ever heard Anon take a step in the right direction. Okay, Anon has been there and has tried to, but they're like Scientology. The way they did shit was so methodical, so out there, so ass backwards, that it took them this long to gather themselves and start to realize, hey, you know, it's one thing when you have 10 people and you try to do something. It's another thing when you have 10 million and you try to do something. You gotta organize a little fucking better. You know, it's a little different. This is the first time I've seen them do this. I've never heard Anon put out a message like this where it told you how to take care of yourself. Have you?
Well, and I'm going. And my thought is, why are they doing it? Okay, why are they doing that right now? What's happening on November 5th?
The reason that TSA just got the contract. This is what I'm saying. This was today was one of the biggest red flag events that nobody is talking about. And here's what I want to say. Here's why I want to say it. TSA just took the government contract to pretty much take away. Do you know security guards? Do you know where you park your cars? You know, if you go to Portland, you park your car. You go to any major metropolis where you go to park your car, there's a valet and they have security. No longer is that security company securing your car. It's all done by TSA, which is now run by Homeland Security. Okay, so they're training these. Now they're at your concerts. They're at your sporting events. You go to a basketball game, a football game, a soccer game. It doesn't matter what event, a baseball game. It doesn't matter what game you go to. TSA is the people checking you in and out. Okay? TSA, keep this in mind.
And in Chicago, Andy Frayne must be feeling like shit about that.
Right? But they just got attacked. And because they didn't do their job correctly, the attack... what they're going to play off is, well, because we didn't have the proper training and the right funding and the right stuff, the frontline people didn't know what happened. When we all know, because I know every time I go to the airport, I got to take my shoes, pants, shirt, I got to do all sorts of shit. And I'm not that fucking brown. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck? Yeah. So how did this guy get into a terminal with an AR-15? Even if it was broke down, that's 3 big fucking pieces. I ain't no punk, you know what I'm saying? I own one. Yeah. I know what they look like. And I'll tell you, if it was broke down and he got back there, he still had to put it together. Hello? You know? And they're saying that the reason they couldn't do anything is because they didn't have guns. Do you know what they just did? Not only did they already give TSA the government contract to be pretty much to be a militant force in anything we do in public, which is already in place in the United States. But you know what makes
right? but what I'm curious about...
Now we just armed them. This is all part of the Area 21 plan.
Okay, but when you listen to that video, all right, and they're saying activists do this, blah 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 blah, do that. Like I'm like, okay, why are they saying this to us? Like is the shit? Is the shit?
November 5th is a big day. It's taxed. This is the day I was preaching. Do you remember? Okay, so when the whole I was preaching, I was doing it on Facebook, and I was saying it to you, Terry. I was saying it on everything we had available. I was saying the reason I thought the government wouldn't. I wanted the government to default one, right? I'm I'm fuck China. I might stand alone, but I'll stand alone saying fuck China. I'll be the only guy waving an American flag against the red fucking army. Fuck them. Okay? I'm sitting here saying fuck China. Okay? Let's default on our shit instead. You know what they did? They're printing out new $100 bills. Have you seen them? They look like Monopoly money with a blue fucking holographic strip down the middle and a watermark that I can make on my ink printer.
Yeah, the only thing missing on those bills is the name Milton Bradley. Yeah.
You've seen them, right? You know what I'm talking about. Exactly. So this is my whole point. My whole point is they're changing our currency. They're printing more because you know why? Do you know why you get new money? Do you know why they print new money? It's because that when they raise the debt ceiling, they just print more money.
Yeah.
And they put it into circulation. That's how you raise the debt ceiling. And I don't know how many times, but now that I got King David here, and I'm sure he has an amount of followers who will probably listen and see this show. So I just want to say this while they're watching is there's two ways you can do this, okay? And this is what I don't understand. You know what? I am not a liberal. I am not a Republican. I am not an independent. I am not a Democrat. I am a human being. Okay? And I live for me. I don't know what freedom is because I grew up in America, and even though they preach to me that I have freedom, I know after I lived in Mexico for 2.5 years, I have no fucking clue what freedom is because I've never experienced freedom like that in my entire life.
The classic
I went to Mexico and... Woo! Mexico's this third world poor country. When I got there, everybody was balling. Their economy was fucking awesome, and still is, by the way. In case your viewers don't know, and in case our viewers don't know, I'd like to let them know that the Mexican economy is about 13+%, as while Americans right now is -7.2. So who's the third world country? No matter what you see on TV.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Who's prospering right now? Because it's not us. And I lived there, and I saw this, and that's when I learned that, man. But I just want people to know that. Hey, thank you for being on this show. It's amazing to have you here. I followed you for a while. It was cool to actually get you on my friend request because of Terry, so that was awesome. And then to be sharing and commenting on tweets and comments is even cooler. It's an honor. Thank you.
You're always welcome. You and Terry.
We got King David on. We got some. So let's ask him. I got a good question for you, King. What do you think about what happened at LAX today? What are your thoughts?
To begin with, it was rather interesting. I'm currently living in the Antelope Valley of California, so it's Los Angeles County, and in our local television is all out of Los Angeles. And I was watching the thing, and KTLA, one of the quote independent stations, end quote, historically in the Los Angeles market, went for about 8 or 9 hours continuously with this stuff. And my my first reaction is, at least the coverage, at least this news coverage, is more compelling to watch than Maury Povich and Jerry Springer. But on top of that, after a while, it began to have that smell of there is something behind this that they are not addressing. And
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree. I honestly believe it has a lot to do with the Agenda 21. If anybody knows what that's about, they just pretty much cut out all private security contractors in America.
Yeah.
Gave federal and state. And I don't even understand how they did that at a state level, but they did because I assume states owned their football fields. Basketball centers, like where they do their national sporting events. I assume the states own these, so somehow federal government took over, and the TSA now is going to be your security. So when you go to a Blazer game here in Portland, or a Clippers game where you're located, or a Lakers game, right, at the Staples Center, you have to go through TSA, not the private security firm that they used to have. Now you're going through TSA. Well, not only are they going to be everywhere, but because of this one incident, now they're going to be armed. Does this not sound like the perfect execution of placing an army? I've played Risk. I don't have to be a fucking genius.
You know what? I noticed. You guys, I'm going to interrupt here for a second, but because of the fact that you were talking about the LA shootings, I googled it and I've been like showing different like lines of articles. But one of them says celebrities give social media accounts of LA incident. Celebrities give social media accounts of LA incident. What do you think about that?
Like
that's us.
They observe.
That's us. That's us talking about it right now. We are the celebrities giving our accounts of the LA incident. That's us.
Yeah.
What you should do is comment that. You should comment on that link.
Okay, but here's what it says right now in the article. It says, as a gunman opened fire at Los Angeles International Airport, some celebrities who were there shared via social media that what they were witnessing.
What celebrities?
Tori Belleci of the hit Discovery Network show Mythbusters was actually in the terminal when the shooting occurred. He described to CNN. But he was the guy from Mythbusters says he described to CNN a movie-like scene of passengers fleeing for their safety. It didn't register until everybody started like. No, wait. Let me finish this. It didn't register until everybody started like flying down the hallway, and they were jumping over chairs, jumping over people, hiding, and we were kind of trapped at the end of the terminal. He said.
They were jumping over chairs and people. No, they were stepping on fucking people.
Belleci, who was in the terminal waiting for his flight that had been delayed, said he did not see the shooter, but he heard the shots. The experience dragged on for what seemed like an eternity, he said. But finally the security came, opened the door, and we all piled out on the tarmac and just kind of hid under the plane, he said. Belleci.
Wow. You're hiding under the plane? The guy was.
Oh my God! Wait! Actor James Franco was also at the airport and tweeted an Instagram picture.
Of course he was.
No! Actor James Franco was also at the airport.
All of a sudden, hey, I'm at the airport too.
No, wait and see what he did though. Actor James Franco was also at the airport and tweeted an Instagram picture of himself stuck on a plane with the caption at LAX. Some shitbag shot up the place. Now, come on! He Instagrammed it like it was a fucking...
Because he's stuck on a plane. Hey, that's kind of funny. Good for Franco for at least not fucking painting us the picture. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And incidentally, I suspect he may now owe an apology to shitbags all over the world for comparing them.
Actress Tatum O'Neal tweeted that she was at the airport for a flight.
Pull it out with his fucking hand.
When did this many celebrities fly at one time? Come on. Okay, wait a second. Singer Nick Jonas of the recently disbanded Jonas Brothers were there. Tweeted that he was on a flight that landed at LAX after the shooting. His flight, Jonas said, had been scheduled to deplane at the terminals where the shooting had occurred. Currently waiting on the plane in a remote area, Jonas tweeted, "I'm safe, praying for the victims of the shooting." Actress Tatum O'Neal tweeted that she was at the airport for a flight to New York, saw the shooter and hid in the storage room. What a sad day.
Sleeping with her dad? Is that girl still sleeping with her dad? Because if she is, I can't trust anything she says.
Yeah, but she wasn't even in LA. She was in New York. She was in New York.
Don't lie to me. I saw Paper Moon.
Actor Tim Daly is best known for roles on television. These people weren't even there. Some of these people weren't even there. And then, like, you know, I mean, they're tweeting about it.
That we're talking about it on our show, and they're going to sit this. Here's the thing, Terry. This is what's really funny about the media, right?
Right.
We can talk about this subject, and somewhere I might say, who the fuck said this and that? And they'll take that.
I get it, but, you know, what if there's an agenda behind this? Remember how they...
For a motherfucker.
I don't know. I mean, like, what if...
You ever see that movie Pulp Fiction? And it's that part where you got Bruce Willis and Ving Rhames sitting across from each other, and Ving Rhames is setting Bruce Willis up to take the fall in the fight, and he tells him, so at some point you're going to feel this sting, and that sting is pride. That's just pride fucking with you. That wasn't pride. That's media money. Media money. At some point, the media is going to go, don't take the fall, I'll give you twice as much. And here's the deal. The media will, but they know you're going to get shot 2 days later, so who cares if the fucking check clears?
And one additional thing is that as I was watching the KTLA live coverage, quote unquote, after about 2 o'clock or 2:30, the clip that they started using, they were using a lot of these Instagram videos and that kind of thing, and the clip they started using was the one that TMZ posted on their website, and they
because that's a credible source. Because that's a credible source.
And they kept using that over and over and over. And first off, I'm thinking, okay, this is interesting because Harvey Levin is actually doing that show for channels 11 and 13 down here. So I don't know. I don't even know if Channel 5 has the rights.
That's actually very funny because when I think of TMZ for my news, I think Coke and Pepsi for my fucking bottled water.
Oh, you know what? That's funny.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, my thought is I'm really disappointed in James Franco. I thought he was cute until now. I'm done. Like, he Instagrams himself on the plane and, like, complains, like, some shit. Like, I mean, if that... I'm done.
Do you not know James Franco does over 100 selfie pics and tweets a week? That's what he's known for. What do you mean?
Probably,
like, you're gonna blame him for what he does? Like, here's the thing. Like, you know him from what little bit you've seen him for, but what he's known to the rest of the world for is because of his social media and because of his artistic. He paints. He sells his paintings on eBay. He paints. He does all sorts of weird shit. He makes independent movies that are really weird. He makes like short films that are 2 and 3 minutes long, but are like black and white, and some of them silent. They're very weird. He's kind of weird. But at the same time, he's also known on Instagram and Twitter because he puts over 100 selfie pics.
Okay, I get that, but his response seemed very glib about something. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it right now.
You know what? I kind of what you said. What you said he posted was kind of like something. If I was on a plane, right, and I was ready to take off on the runway, and they said, "Oh no, folks, we gotta wait. Someone's shooting up the fucking airport inside," and I'm like, right, and then the air marshal gets up and says, "Okay," I might take a picture too and go, "You know what? I'm fucking stuck on this plane with a bunch of assholes from America because some assholes inside shooting up the place." I can see that. That's not a weird post to me.
You know what? But I bet a lot of people would give it shit, though. I can understand, but I mean, like, when, like, to be glib and like, it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know what to make of it.
No, because here's my thing. Like, my thing is a lot of times, especially when something's horrific or actually traumatizing to me, the very first thing I do is make a joke about it. That's my defense mechanism.
I don't know if that was a joke. Yeah. I mean, where's the joke in what he said?
That is my defense mechanism. I do that you know, when I want to break down and cry and hurt like the most, that's when I find the funniest humor. That's when I shine. And it's at the cost of my pain. And that's where I find the best humor. That's for me personally. And I find that, and I do it in tragic. And when I see a tragic situation, I feel the same feelings every human does. Like, this is sad. This is horrific. Some people go into, I go into making jokes about it, and people are like, oh, you're an asshole. And I'm like, really? Because that's kind of funny. You know, like, really? Because that was funny. You know, like, the whole idea is like, like, that's my defense mechanism. Like, I don't feel pain like other people do. I turn pain into comedy, which I think brings positive.
Yeah, but you're a comedian. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm reading it wrong.
I'm not a comedian.
I get it, but I mean, it's like, I'm not sure if he came off that way, if that's what he was doing. I mean, it just seems like, I don't know, just something about it just seems real shallow.
Yeah, just chip.
It's shallow. It's shallow. In my opinion, it's shallow. I could, wrong or right, I mean, it just doesn't set well for me. Like, I would question, like, the depth of human compassion in him, maybe. I mean, and I don't feel that way about you, Kevin, but I mean, I would.
Terry, you want to hear something really cool?
What?
So this ginger rum I've been drinking that I've been talking about, right?
Uh-huh.
Guess where it came from?